Welcome to ASTRO News for weekly. This is the week of the 23rd, and hello. This is Luna, and we are presenting to you the ASTRO News for the week because we think our news is better because we use the sun, the moon, and the planets as our reporters. All right, we're just going to dig into these news. And I want you all to remember that the planets are supporting this great awakening that we all are going through. So don't think you're not being supported. If you don't feel like you're being supported by humans, always go to the animals. And if you don't think you're being supported by them, go to some kind of nature. The nature is the trick to get through all of this hardship and confusion. And as Gandhi said, and I'll remind you, at first it always looks like the evil is taking over and winning, but always in the end, the good shall prevail, always. So I've always kept that in my little back pocket. When I feel a little blue or down, I always remember that. So we're going to start the news for the week. Yesterday was the big full moon in Aquarius, and you know what full moons do. They bring up secrets, they bring up the culmination of the month that the new moon started, and that new moon was on the 8th. So I hope that you put your plans or dreams away in a drawer, and a lot of times at the end of the month you'll see how they come through. And sometimes they come through in different ways that you would never expect. Sometimes we just don't ask enough for ourselves, and we find out that God has a bigger plan than what we ever thought. So just remember that, okay? All right, the moon is in Pisces today. Pisces is nurturing and caring, and it's, Mother Teresa, I always call it. But it also rules money and things like that. So today would be a good day to play the Powerball or the Mega Million. It is sensitive, but that moon today is opposing Mars. Well, that could bring up a little friction, a little irritation. It might bring up some issues, power issues, ego issues, that kind of thing. So you want to get away from that. However, it will also oppose Mercury, so watch out what your mouth says. Sometimes we don't think before we say things, then later we regret it. Words can't be taken back. They can't. Even though you can say you forgive a person or you say you're sorry, that memory of those words can never be taken back. So always discern what comes out of your mouth, especially in a Mars transit. All right, so the Venus is going to be in harmony with Saturn tonight, and that's good for business. If you have a business contract, if you're buying a house, if you're doing some real estate, it's stable. Saturn is the most stablest planet we have. That's very lucky for all the Capricorns that are ruled by it. It could stabilize a love relationship tonight, and it may feel like you have very, very deep conversations of stability and stick-to-itiveness. So it's great for business and work, but it's also good for relationships too. All right, Tuesday, the moon is in Pisces still, but it's going to go into void of course. And void of course is, a flat energy because the moon is not hitting or transiting, making any transits to other planets at that time or elements. So that will go on through the afternoon and the evening. And then, again, I wouldn't be doing anything special. I would not be signing any contracts or anything like that. And then in the evening, the moon will switch to fiery Aries, and you can always feel those kind of switchovers because Pisces is so placid and calm, and then it goes into fiery, rebellious Aries. You can usually feel that coming. So Tuesday and Wednesday, both, Mercury will oppose Neptune. Now that could bring up fogginess in conversations, lost in conversations. I would not be signing any contracts on Wednesday. It just means no focus. You might feel dreamy, and you're a little confused about what you're signing. So no, I would not be doing any tedious mental work on Wednesday. The moon will continue into Aries all day, and it confronts Venus around between 9 to 11 Pacific time. Now that could be, Venus is all about desire and our passion and our heart and money and all good things like that, but it could bring up some frustration with that transit. So Wednesday's kind of a day to chill and watch a movie, I think. Don't play the Powerball either. You're not going to get the right number. And then Thursday, the moon continues in Aries. And Aries, again, fiery, rebellious. I want to go, I want to do. And the Mercury will be in harmony with Pluto. So Mercury is communication, and Pluto is like an X-ray machine. And it could bring up some secrets. It could bring up something you didn't know in a conversation. Could be power plays or power struggles, and issues could be discussed. However, Mercury will be in harmony by that evening with Pluto, and that can bring up counseling. That's a great time to have a reading, look at astrology, do anything in the occult, and, have a deep conversation. So that would be a very, very good time to have a deep conversation with someone you love. Again, it might bring up something you did not know. Now on Friday, the moon goes into Taurus. Taurus is a stable moon. It's an earth sign. It means work and family and home. And it will be in tension with Saturn. So that might be problems around a woman. It could be that you don't feel like working and you have to with a Taurus moon. And Saturn is limitations. So it's sort of like you might get all your tools out and then you can't do the job, for some reason. Maybe the homeowner says they don't want you to work on that house that day. So it's something like that. It could also be in the family, and could be a limitation in your work. Maybe you work at home and you just can't do your work because the baby's crying too much that day. So Saturday, the moon will still remain in Taurus, in harmony with Mars. And that could bring up a lot of sports. Maybe you want to get out on Saturday and do some sports, play some basketball, you move the body. It would be great to get to the gym and exercise. It's a great transit to do that. And then it makes you bold. It makes you take risks. On Saturday evening, the moon will remain in Taurus, steady, nice, very ingenuity-filled Taurus. And it will be in harmony with Neptune. That is dreamy, be in the clouds all day, la, 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 ooh, la, la. That is a nice, dreamy transit to be in. So you could have a dreamy date. You could go out with your honey and have a great time and just feel like you're on cloud 9. That's your Saturday night. So I always look at our Saturday nights for everybody because, it's so important to be with the one you love. And then on Sunday, there's going to be a big shift with the moon. The moon will go into, will leave Taurus, steady Taurus, and go into communicative Gemini. And Gemini is talking and mental action and blah, 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 and let's get it done, and talking on the phone and talking about work, and, let's get these things coordinated with the phone and the computer. So it should be a good day for that all day. Gemini. And then Mercury, which rules Gemini in the morning, goes into Libra. So that's going to be the first day. We've had Mercury in for the last couple weeks, and now it's moving. We had it in Virgo, remember? All those weeks in Virgo, we probably got a lot of things done in the last couple weeks, business-wise. Now it's going into Libra, so it's going to make your mind more focused on where's that relationship for me, or what is the right relationship for me, or maybe if you have it, it gets better. So that's what Mercury in Libra will be all about. But Mercury does rule Gemini, so that's about love anyway and children. So it might bring up, you know, again, more of your partnership. Maybe you do more things with your family and your loved ones. That could also be a wonderful relationship mediation. If you're having trouble with your relationship, it would be a good time to discuss what's wrong with it and bring things up to the open. So we have a couple days where that conversation will be very, very intense and good if you are having struggles in your relationship. I guess the best day to play the Powerball that I see would be, I guess today. Wednesday was bad. Oh, Saturday. Saturday would be good with that Neptune. So play the Powerball on today. And Saturday, I think, would be the best. Let's see, Monday. Yeah, Monday would be okay. A little bit in tension with Saturn, but still okay. It might be you just can't get to the store to play the Powerball or something like that. At any rate, that about wraps up the week. It looks like a good week. We just had the full moon, and should be good. So let me know how the full moon affects you. I'll see you next week with Luna. She's still here in my lap. She just decided to take a little nappy poo. But she is with me all the time. And if you're looking for reading, go to www.cyndywallace.com for an appointment. I'd love to read for you. Plus, if you want my free newsletter, go ahead and sign up for that. Until next week, aho, namaste, ashe, aloha. Stay safe.